travel does not heal everyone anymore. Oh, one of my favorite topics. So I've been traveling for the last maybe 16 years. Almost half of my life, kung tama yung math ko. And hindi na siya healing. Maybe it is coming from a place because nagawa ko na. But before recording this episode, nag-ask around din ako sa mga tao na syempre mga kakilala ko. Kasi parang nakakapagod na. Maybe because there's a lot of pressure, a lot of noise. So instead of traveling and enjoying, a lot of people are so focused on social media. Anong reels gagawin ko? Anong carousel ilalagay ko? So yung updates ng Instagram, nakaka-pressure din pala sa pagte-travel. Siyempre, isa to sa mga favorite topics ko. So when I share things sa travel, ang dami ko na nakausap niyan. Hindi yan parang opinions ko lang. So we were told to book the flight, escape the routine, and we'd come back healed. Travel used to be transformative. Pero nowadays, bakit parang pagod na pagod tayo? And we have to be very honest about this, including myself. Yung pagta-travel ko way back, na mga 21, 22 ako, it used to be very, very transformative. Tandang-tanda ko yung first time ko nagpunta ng Vietnam, Cambodia. Ibang-iba siya. Ngayon, parang kahit saan ako makarating, parang wala na yung magic na yon. Feeling ko gano'n naman talaga kahit anong bagay eh. Pag nasobrahan na siya, parang exposed na everywhere. Parang nawawala na yung value. Maybe it's just me and the people in my circle. Lagi ko din to sinasabi sa mga tao, travel is not a lifestyle. Even the richest of the richest na clients na kilala ko, people na nakilala ko, travel is a reward. Pero parang masyado na siya naging gasgas. Oh, you escape. Oh, you book the flight. Tapos dami ko nakikita parang, oh, every month nagto-travel. Wala na yung value. Kasi feeling ko ganun din yung material things. I remember, back in college, kapag yung mga classmates ko may mga Louis Vuitton, Gucci, parang hangang-hanga sa kanila yung mga tao na parang, ay wow, ngayon wala na din siyang halaga. I think it has nothing to do sa travel and sa material things. It's just lahat na overexposed na. Lahat sobrang accessible na. So what is luxury nowadays? Madalas yun yung tanong ko sa sarili ko. Naging luxury ko na sa buhay ko is yung mismong life ko. Ayoko na siya escape. Ang weird, no? Yung shift from 20s na alis ng alis sa 30s, nag-iba yung meaning ng luxury. Bago kami mag-record ng podcast na to, nag-uusap kami kanina ni Jen, yung nag-shoot ng mga videos. Luxury na yung nasa bahay ka. Kumakain ka na lutong bahay. You get to play with your dogs. You get to spend time with your parents, your siblings, your families. Yun na yung luxury. Makapag-off lang ako ng phone, makapag-disconnect lang ako, luxury na siya. Kasi going back, everything parang na-overexposed na. Lahat tayo. There's just so many things going on. So going back to travel, I remember going to all these places, parang very magical. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine na sobrang well-traveled din si Monica. Sabi niya, she's going back to all these places na pinuntahan niya nung single siya. Ngayon may 2 kids na siya. Iba na yung perspective. She can't wait to see yung destinations sa point of view ng mga anak niya. And she's a mom without a dad, kasi kumuha lang siya ng sperm. So parang, feeling ko, yun yung nawawala na. Yung different perspective, including myself. Parang we now travel, parang for social media. Ako, I try my very best every time nagka-travel ako na I'm going to separate this trip from my work. Kasi access travel and my personal life, parang hindi ko siya ma-separate. Lagi siya nakaganon. So now, yung strategy ko with that is, meron ibang trips na hindi ko talaga ipopost. Hindi ko i-document. I'm just gonna flow with life. And I read this study, kapag daw masyado nakaset na yung buong, kunyari taon mo, parang January punta ako dito, Feb punta ako dito, parang hindi na siya good for your nervous system. Hindi na siya good for your brain. Why? Because wala na yung sense of adventure. Wala na yung magic. Kailangan very spontaneous ka. Kasi yung travel is a gift. Di ba yung gifts, hindi naman yung predictable. So leave some space for that. for us to enjoy travel, kailangan meron tayong space na spontaneous tayo. Kailangan merong space na na-excite pa rin tayo. Kasi kapag lahat, same-same na, nakalagay na parang, oh, eto gagawin ko 10 reels, eto gagawin ko. There are people like that, ha? Me, my perspective is from my business side that we have to create that. Na minsan, pagod na ako. And nilalagay ko yung self ko sa position ng mga tao na walang business and ganun. Parang nakakapagod siya. Though, iba-iba naman tayo ng perspective sa buhay. It's just, kailangan maging spontaneous. At the end of the day, travel is a gift. It's a reward. We cannot make it a lifestyle. Well, unless you're a very privileged person, probably, yes. But coming from perspective of people na may work, na may families, it will be always a reward or a gift. Nowadays, many people come back from their trips tired, unchanged, or restless. Kasi nga, parang pagod ka rin, imbis na magbakasyon ka. And this episode is not about being anti-travel. It's about expectations versus reality. Because coming from someone na nag-work sa travel, lahat na opinion sa mga tao, kinukuha ko bago mag-come up sa mga episodes na to. And yung ang daming clients, parang ayaw na umalis. Tapos, we send them to destinations, kunwari Finland. Ako yung nagpapaliwanag sa kanila na 3 days, you will do all the activities. Then 4 days, you are going to rest. Why? Because people need that. We need that. Kasi what's the point of traveling if you are just jumping from one place to another without even resting? Hindi mo na try talaga yung feeling na mag-disconnect, mag-try ng food, mag-try ng ganito. Parang lahat nakaplano na. Feeling ko, malaking factor talaga, yung travel became the cure-all thing. Parang yung narrative naging, oh, travel to find yourself. If you're unhappy, you just need a trip. Yung social media role talaga, parang hina-highlight ng mga reels na 10 seconds, healing illusion. It's an illusion na ina-adopt ng maraming tao. And there's nothing wrong. If you wanna share on social media, please go ahead. Feeling ko, again, Life in Progress is all about balance. Finding moments na enjoy what's in front of you, then you can work on it later on. Kasi constant movement is also not healthy for our brain. And I've noticed in the patterns sa a lot of people are no longer traveling yung nagmamadali. Slow travel is coming in. Kasi nga parang naiintindihan na natin, traveling is no longer just about social media. Kasi parang may fatigue na rin tayo lahat sa social media. Kasi parang, gano'ng katagal na ba natin ginagamit ang social media? From my experience, 15 years na since nag-start yung Instagram, nandyan na kami. So parang, ayoko na makakita ng anything. For me, I don't have a choice because I have a business to promote. But if you are a person without a business, parang asarap siguro. Yun yung naiingit ako sa mga kapatid ko. Wala sila kailangan i-post. Wala sila kailangan patunayan. They're just living life. Parang we went to Vietnam. Wala. They just took photos. Ako kailangan ko pa i-video yung mga employees ko. So yun yung one thing na I hope we understand that not everything is about being an influencer or content creator. Our lives are beautiful. Kung ano na siya. Diba? Some people think being these influencers or content creators, parang privilege siya ng buhay. Yes, it is. And at some point, it is also a job. But it doesn't mean our lives are not good. Parang both worlds, merong pros and cons. Feeling ko siguro sa travel, natutunan ko rin sa mga clients ko, they don't share anything. Ang sarap. Ang sarap ng privacy. Ang sarap nung parang you're just living the moment. Kasi yun na nga yung na-highlight na social media na traveling means healing. Pag unhappy ka, alis ka na alis. But if our lives are so good to begin with, parang nagiging gift na lang siya at the end of the day na we have to travel. We don't do it for validation na. We do it because we want to. And hindi na tayo naghahabol na, oh, kailangan maka 50 trips ako in a year. Parang we do it at our own pace. Hindi na natin kailangan maghabol. Because we are no longer parang seeking na tapusin yung isang list or i-share yung ganito, oh, nakapunta na ako sa ganyan. We are doing it because we want to do it. And talking about nervous system and dopamine, yung culture na lagi kailangan mag-escape, parang dopamine fatigue na siya eh. New places equals quick hits. Tapos, parang novelty replaces reflection. Parang instead mag-reflect or mag-isip or talagang pagdaanan yung kailangan pagdaanan, parang unahin na lang natin yung Instagram-worthy na places. So parang yun na yung naging definition of travel. For me, I think why travel stopped working for some, problems pause siya. Walang solution. Hindi yan nasusolve anything. So parang na-realize ng mga tao, shucks, wala pala nangyari. 'Di ba? And this is coming from a perspective na ganito rin ako mag-isip nung 20s ko nga, ay may problema ako, aalis na lang ako. Hindi ko siya na-face. I should have faced all these problems. Kaya, I ended up in therapy in my 30s because hindi ko nagawa yung work in my 20s because I used yung pag-escape all the time. Every time I had a problem, I thought that was the best way to deal with it. And I ended up unhealed with all the problems that I should have faced back in my 20s. And yung isa pa siguro bagay, you carry your nervous system everywhere. Di mo siya makalma. Missed flight. Yung kailangan mo mag-book, kailangan mo ma-maintain yung count ng countries. Instead na nag-enjoy ka ng journey mo, parang naging task na siya. And you escape versus exploration, na wala na. Naging ano na lang siya, parang, oh, I need an escape from my life. Balik na lang ako, ganyan. Feeling ko, we are changing. We are evolving. Even social media will be always there. And ang daming perspectives sa social media. It's our responsibility to know that we don't want a life that we need an escape from, like our job or our families, our partners, our friends. If we have a life that we love, we will create a space for exploration. Parang ang beautiful nung mag-travel ka because you want to explore. Dito na nag-start yung journey ko ng slow travel. I went to Costa Rica for 2 weeks. I was just there. I stayed in a farm. I ate organic food. Doon ako sinampal ng sarili ko na dati pala parang 2 nights or 3 nights lang ako sa isang destination. Kaya pala pagod na pagod ako. So yung slow travel, natutunan ko sa mga Europeans. So nandun na ako, nakikita ko sila, why are you going to the Philippines for a month? So doon ko na-realize, yun pala yung isa pang way of traveling. You're really traveling to explore. Hindi yung for the sake of traveling. Siguro, in a lot of cultures, kasi naging trend na siya. Parang relatable ka lang when you travel, and when you don't travel, parang wala ka ma-share, ganon. I think running from something versus moving towards something are two different things. When we run, we escape. When we move towards something, we explore because there will be always an excitement what's out there. Hindi parang maglulook back ka, teka, takasan ko muna to, babalikan ko na lang. Travel will be always healing when you are grounded, not fleeing. You have internal stability, and when it doesn't feel like nababurn out ka na, it should be like enjoyable. Hindi yung emotional avoidance. Kasi if you escape something, then babalik ka, wala, in-avoid mo lang siya, let's say for a week, tapos babalik ka na naman, you still have to face the problems and solve the problems. Siguro yung next is constant dissatisfaction. Parang lagi ka naghahanap na, saan ako punta next? Saan ako punta next? Kasi hindi mo na love yung life mo, yung real life mo. Parang nagsusurvive ka na lang. And that's the worst survival mode for me. Yung hindi mo mahal yung buhay mo, hindi mo mahal yung ginagawa mo. Parang lagi ka nag-look forward, ay, aalis ako ng ganito, aalis ako ng ganyan. And financial stability, the most important part. We are spending a lot of money when we travel instead of looking forward to long-term goals, long-term stability. Sayang, because we are parang fina-flood mo yung sarili mo sa rewards. It's same with shopping. Instead of dealing with the problems, nagiging self-indulgent siya. Hindi na siya yung parang self-work, self-care, self-love. I think a change of scenery can't fix a misaligned life. When your life is aligned, you treat travel as a reward. But when it is misaligned, you treat travel as an escape. based on my research, what people are craving now, dahil nga may fatigue na tayo lahat, dopamine fatigue, social media fatigue, overexposure fatigue, including myself, we are seeking more safety, routine, belongingness, and stillness. Because always moving doesn't mean you will heal yourself. Sometimes we don't even need movements. We just need to be parang still ka lang. Just observe your life, observe your emotions, and really find the root cause why you want to escape. Because the new luxury is a life you don't need to escape from. My 2 cents, travel in 2026 as expansion, not escape. Integration, not destruction. And healthier approaches are slower trips, fewer destinations to really know what's out there, more intention. Hindi yung parang, ay may problema ako, aalis ako. You can still travel. I will still travel pag may minor setbacks. But parang nung Costa Rica, I experienced a minor setback in life and I went to a farm. Sabi ko, gusto ko dito magmuni-muni. Walang tao na sa farm na ako lang. I had the simplest food na pwede ko kainin. I talked to people to practice my Spanish. Kasi yun yung naging intention ko. Sabi ko, tingnan ko nga, nasang level na ba yung Spanish ko? And I ended up healed. I ended up having the best time in Costa Rica. Nag-aaral ako mag-chocolate making, coffee making, ceviche making, because that is an experience. Instead of staying in the city, yun din yung iniisip ko bago ako nag-record ng podcast na to. Next year din ako pupunta masyado sa mga cities because nakaka-overwhelm, sakit sa ulo, parang stress na stress ka. And travel has become very healing for me now because I will do slower trips, longer stays, and may intention na talaga. Parang for Costa Rica, practice Spanish. That really helped me sa pagsispeak and pagko-connect sa mga tao na sobrang iba sa life ko. I think intention talaga for everything we do. And I think that's a good theme for 2026, intention. I love that. To sum it up, travel can inspire, but it can't substitute your inner work. Whether you like it or not, you have to face yourself. You have to face your inner demons. Parang yung sa akin nangyari, sa therapy ko siya inayos for 4 years. Kasi hindi ko siya hinarap ng 20s ko. That's why I'm here. Sharing my ideas na may mapulot kayo. And if ginawa nyo yung pagta-travel sa 30s, hindi nyo hinarap yung inner demons nyo, maybe haharapin nyo siya in your 40s. Because life is a cycle. Until we don't learn our lessons, kahit ano pa age yan, you have to face your inner demons. Fulfillment is not found in distance. It is found in alignment. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you on the next one. And please don't forget to follow my socials, Angeli Dub and Life in Progress PH on all social media platforms. And please subscribe to my YouTube as well, Angeli Dub. That's all. Bye.